For years and years, we've been telling companies over and over again that secure your network like you would be building a safe. Try to keep everybody out all the time. And that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. You have to be building systems that are not only trying to keep the attackers out, but where you also will detect and will be able to respond when you have a breach. Nobody likes to think about that. Nobody likes to think that they will have a breach. That's exactly what we should be thinking about. We should be ready for breaches and we should be able to react when a breach happens. The biggest challenge we face in security at the moment is the fact that everything is becoming a computer. We've been securing computers for 30 years. We know how to do that. But now cars are computers, security cameras are computers, coffee machines are computers. And we cannot secure them in the same way as we've been securing our computers. And this is the biggest challenge we're facing right now, and this is what we should be working on right now. The responsibility on security for connected devices, IoT devices and ICS devices belongs into many places. Obviously, part of the responsibility goes to the manufacturers, the vendors that build these devices. Part of the responsibility belongs to the users. Many IoT vulnerabilities and weak systems come from the fact that users misconfigure them or they don't set them up right. Operators should also carry part of the responsibility. After all, it is the operator's network that lets the attacks in on these devices. And then we have the regulators. One day, it's likely that we will have regulation not just on the safety of home electronics, but also on the security of home electronics. To secure today's IoT devices typically requires a security router. That's the only way you can really do it, because you cannot install an endpoint security solution on IoT devices themselves. So you have to do it through the network. These devices exist. We have devices like that. They typically create a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you connect all the devices in your home that you cannot install a security software onto this new Wi-Fi hotspot, and then we secure these devices from the networks. This works, but it's not going to work forever. When we have new technologies like 5G coming around, eventually Wi-Fi will not be the number one mechanism on how home appliances go to the internet. There's a lot of discussion about machine learning and artificial intelligence and security and attackers. And right now the situation is good. We are seeing machine learning being used by the good guys, but not by the bad guys. So security companies like ours, we've been using machine learning for years and years. We use it to handle the massive amounts of samples and massive amounts of data we collect. And yes, attackers could use machine learning as well, but we haven't seen that in practice. All we've seen so far is academic studies and research into how that might one day work. The good news really is we haven't seen artificial intelligence or machine learning being used by the criminals yet. I believe the main reason why machine learning is not being used by criminals at the moment is that there's such a massive lack of talent in machine learning and data analytics and artificial intelligence programming, which means if you have any skills in this area, you don't have to go to life of crime. You will be able to get a well-paying job anywhere on the planet. Now that's not going to last forever. Eventually machine learning systems will become so accessible that any idiot can use them, and that's when we start to see real attacks using machine learning.